thanks for joining us this afternoon. I'm meteorologist Taylor Cox, and on this Wednesday, we are tracking another chance for severe storms. We do have a marginal risk this afternoon. That'll be out to the west. Strong winds are absolutely possible today for not only caused by thunderstorms, but also just those straight line winds that you are going to feel just outside of your door. You may be hearing it right now, how windy it is outside. Up to 80 to even 100-mile-an-hour wind speeds are possible today. Out to the west, we have flooding along the west coast, not only today, but also tomorrow. And then we are also watching for some winter weather coming through. All of this thanks to a low pressure system up in the north, and that's going to drive a lot of that strong weather, strong storms, severe weather over the next few days. So let's go ahead and take a look at your 24-hour storm reports. You know, this map has been very quiet this week. However, things look like it's changing. We do have a high wind report up in Montana. Let's see, do we have anything else? That may be it, the lone wind report. All right, well, let's move on here. There's your low pressure system farther up to the north. There's your weather maker right there. We've got a cold front that extends all the way down into California, Nevada, Idaho, all included in that cold front there. Along this area, we're going to see strong winds, and then we've got those thunderstorms, which could produce a little bit of hail. We'll talk about exactly where. Moving on, we've also got showers and storms down in Texas, just along the East Coast. Nothing severe is likely for today, but a lot of rain is coming to this area both today, yesterday, and tomorrow. And you can tell that we've got a lot of moisture already moving in. Warmer temperatures, higher dew points into this area. We've got a lot of lingering fog out there. Lingering fog across the central portion of Texas and across Oklahoma as well. So it truly is a little bit of everything today. From that winter weather to severe weather, high winds, fog, and then showers and storms down to the south. We're also warming up out there. We've got 50s and 60s for your current temperatures for some of us. 64 in Denver. Oh, that is so nice. 51 in Oklahoma City. Our temperatures are stunted a little bit with that fog today. And what you're going to see is that's going to hurt your potential for severe weather tomorrow, because that fog, those clouds, are going to stunt your temperatures. But we'll get there here in just a few minutes. Let's talk about that snow still on the ground. Well, a lot of people still have snow on the ground. Minneapolis, Michigan, some of the upper levels of elevation out to the north. For the most part, this is melting off. And the next round of snow, even though we do have a winter storm warning in some places here, for the most part, we're not expecting a ton of accumulation. Now, the biggest thing is going to be that high wind blowing that snow around, reducing visibility on the roadways. Take a look at how many people are included in this high wind warning, highlighted there in gold. Good portion of Washington, Oregon, Nevada, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado. Holy moly, we can just go on and on. North and South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas. Now you've got a winter storm watch also. They're highlighted in blue, and a winter storm warning highlighted there in pink. And then we've even got some fire weather conditions out near Denver. Strong winds. That is your big, big story for today. Strong wind speeds out there. And I'm sure a lot of people are feeling those strong winds today. Put your comments and questions in the comments section. Are you feeling those strong winds today? Are you farther down to the south where you have fog? Are you waiting to talk about the hail forecast? Then let's get into it. Here's your hail forecast for today. You see that little area highlighted there in yellow and orange? It's your only chance for hail. It's the best chance we got. Let's zoom in there. We've got some storms moving through Wyoming later on today. That could bring a hail chance and, of course, a strong wind risk as well. Right there. Let's put the radar on. Ooh, there you go. Right through the center, maybe western portion of Wyoming. Maybe we could see a little bit of hail, but I still think it's not going to be very big, if at all, today. So your hail forecast for today, no significant hail expected. Now, better chances for strong winds from thunderstorms today out to the west as well. Salt Lake City included in that risk. It's a low risk, but I do think that we could see a few people with those stronger wind speeds. If we get any hail today at all, I would say no larger than the size of a nickel. So it's not severe, it's not significant. Penny, nickel-sized hail, it's what we call, oh my gosh, what am I trying to say here? Change hail, you know, penny, nickel. It's what you find in, your change. Okay, coins. Okay, we're moving on. Here's a look at your timeline for today. We've got, of course, those showers and storms. We've got snow up in the upper elevations. There's your risk for strong to severe weather today near Wyoming, Idaho, and Utah. Then what is happening here is this low pressure system is going to continue to move across North Dakota into Minnesota. This is a very strong low pressure system up to the north. Lingering, coming to the south from that low pressure system is a cold front, and that's going to drive a lot of this weather. So what you see here is that's going to continue to track to the east as we head into early Thursday morning, bringing showers across the northern plains and the Midwest as we head into Thursday. Will these be severe? We'll talk about that here in just a few minutes, but I want to get to your flood risk first. Here's your flood risk out in the northwest. We've got a flood risk for tomorrow. Lots of rain happening over the last 24 hours. Now you may look at these numbers and you may say, that's not too bad. An inch of rain, that's not too bad. Well, no, it's an inch of rain today, an inch of rain yesterday and the day before, and this has been ongoing for about a week now where we're concerned about the flood risk in this area. So let's take a look at your level. I think we've got a level 2 flood risk for tomorrow in Portland. We've got another one the next day. I think, yep, there you go. Another level 2 risk down in Northern California for the next day, and I think that we even have another one on Friday and Saturday. So we're expecting a ton of rain over the next few days along the West Coast. We've got all of those showers and storms coming in today across Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming. And then if you go out to the east, this is your next chance for storms, which we'll talk about happening today and tomorrow. So here's a look at Wednesday storms. There's your marginal risk highlighted there in green, but other areas that are circled here in red could also get strong storms. They just may not be severe, and that's what we're watching for tomorrow. It's a very, very low chance for storms to go severe tomorrow. Why is that? We've got tons of moisture, got warmer temperatures. We just talked about temperatures being in the 60s. Well, I think that we don't have enough unstable air. So let's talk this through. Here's your moisture. There's your dew points. You've got moisture coming in from the Gulf, which is great for storm development. This is my first indication that, hey, we could have some strong storms tomorrow. You've got a very, very clear boundary here where we go from tons of moisture to very dry air, indicating some sort of either cold front or dry line setting up, extending down from this low pressure system. All of those good things that will help to produce storms tomorrow. So where do we go wrong? Why can't we get storms tomorrow? Well, that would be thanks to a little bit of cloud cover in the morning, ongoing rain before those storms in the afternoon. It's going to stunt our temperatures, making that air a little bit cooler and a lot more stable. So that unstable air, it's just not there tomorrow. We have a little bit of instability farther down to the south, but this area right here, from southern Illinois to Missouri, Tennessee, northern Alabama, and Mississippi, this is where we would need those warmer temperatures to get storms tomorrow. We could see some showers and storms, lightning and thunder, absolutely possible. Some high winds also possible tomorrow, and some very small hail also possible. However, the risk for those to intensify to that severe level is going to be very low. Let's see, we've got a few people hopping on today. Texas Aggie saying hope for warm weather in Texarkana. Yeah, I think the temperatures tomorrow are going to be pretty nice. We'll have a little cold front come through late tomorrow, so it'll be chillier on Friday, and then by Saturday it'll warm back up. And we'll talk about those temperatures here in just a few minutes. But here's a look at the wet weather for tomorrow. You may get a little bit of rain in the morning in Texarkana. Rain all across the Midwest tomorrow. It'll be a chilly rain for most. High winds are also expected with this. And then there's your risk for strong storms. Again, a very low risk for things to go severe. Could be a rainy day for some, and then we've got snow to follow out in Ohio. There's your low pressure system. This is what's driving that weather. Got another one behind it. It's coming in late on Friday. These troughs could often bring in severe weather. But we have to have all the other conditions, right? not just the forcing, but also the warm temperatures and the moisture. I mean, there's a lot, right, that goes into severe weather. Let's talk about temperatures. We're talking about temperatures this weekend. So we've got 55 in Oklahoma this afternoon. Not too bad. 46 in Kansas City by 6 o'clock this afternoon. This low pressure system will bring a cold front, bringing down that cooler air from Canada. 6 degrees in Bismarck by early tomorrow morning. Holy moly, that is very chilly. Not as cold as last week, but it's still very cold. Temperatures are going to take a little bit of a dip on Friday, but then warm right back up on Saturday. It looks like we could see the 50s, 60s, and hey, maybe even some 70s moving back in on Saturday. Texarkana, it looks like temperatures will be in the 70s on Saturday. So a nice warm weekend ahead before Christmas. Let's take a look at your Christmas week. There's your warm up. A little bit of a cool down, but then we warm right back up on Saturday. December 22nd through the 26th, Christmas week. Well, it looks pretty warm. Your extended temperature outlook shows that we are expecting temperatures to be just a little bit above normal. We have a really good chance for temperatures to stay seasonably warm through the entire week next week and most likely through the end of this month. We also have a good chance for dry conditions across the central portion of the U.S. and then wet weather continuing out to the west. That is going to increase the flood risk. We saw a ton of rain this past week. We're going to see more rain next week. That flood risk will be ongoing over the next few days and probably all the way into next week. Meanwhile, we stay pretty dry across the central and the southern portion of the U.S. That is also going to limit our chances for severe weather. There you go. There's your forecast for today. Pretty short and sweet. We appreciate everyone hopping on this afternoon. I'm meteorologist Taylor Cox. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday. Make sure you follow us on all forms of social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. And give us a call at 855-334-4245 or email us at info@hailtrace.com or head over to our website for more information about getting a hail, wind, or tornado map. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you back here, same time, same place, for your forecast tomorrow.